Welcome and thank you for watching this video. My name is Minette Rema. I am a Cameroonian living in the United States, and I am here to help and to encourage other people, like the title of the video says, how to get certified, how to get ASCP certified. So ASCP is the American Society for Clinical Pathology, and the certification exam is the exam which covers about 20 professional certifications in the field of clinical laboratory. I am here to help you get certified. If you are from Asia, if you are from Africa, if you are from out of the United States, that's what I'm versed with, the international category. I'm going to help you with the outlines of the next following stages. Cameroon is a French and English nation. It's a bilingual country, so we have people from Cameroon who want to get certified and studied in French. We have people from Ivory Coast, we have people from Senegal. If you studied in French and you want to get certified and you feel like, oh, this is an American exam, this may not be for me, worry not, I got you. And if you're from Asia, where you speak Chinese, Japanese, if you're from Philippines, from India, just listen to the video and follow the next couple of stages I'm going to outline. And I'm going to start from the questions I already have. I have like 12 questions here from different people. I only randomly selected these few because I don't want the video to be too lengthy, and I could not answer everybody. People ask the same questions time and time again, so I decided to make this video to answer these questions and put it out there. So please subscribe to the YouTube channel, where I'll keep uploading videos depending on the questions that I get. I'm going to add my email on the description of this video, where you can always send me an email. Feel free to send me an email anytime. I might take a while to get back to you, but I will definitely reply you whenever I get the chance to. So yes, the first question is, what is ASCP? ASCP, like I said, is an American Society for Clinical Pathology. It's the examination you want to take, the certification you want to take if you want to work in the field of laboratory in and out of the United States. It's recognized, it's world known. You could work with the ASCP in the UAE, you could work in Africa, you could work in Asia, in Australia, in the United States. So what do I need to do to get certified? That's the next question. What do I need to do to get certified? This person is writing from I believe from the name is from Africa. This is a Nigerian name, I believe. So first, if you studied out of the United States, you fall under the international category. You want to go on the website of the ASCP board to see which category best suits your portfolio. If you studied for 2 years, you want to choose the route that pertains to 2 years. If you studied for 4 years, you also want to look carefully to choose the route that shows you're qualified for the category you're applying for. And before we go into the different routes, I'm going to go through the stages where you have to evaluate your credentials. So the first one is you have to contact a recognized, a world-known agency that will help evaluate your credentials. On the ASCP website, they have a list of agencies they work with. You want to go there and look at that. So the one I'm very familiar with, that is what I used, was the World Education Service, and that is the agency which would help you to bring your credentials to the board, that okay, in the US standard, or this is the category you fall under. So you contact the agency you choose, the agency of your choice. You pay the application fee, you send in your portfolio. You want to contact your school to follow up with them to make sure they received an email, or they're working with whatever agency you choose and they have the right documentation required. Make sure you check your account regularly, because they're going to ask you for documents, for emails. Maybe your school needs to reply, maybe you need to send additional documents, so you want to make sure you keep in check the account of whichever agency you choose, right? And also you want to make sure you include the address of the board in the recipient. This is what people don't know. When you apply for an evaluation from an evaluation center, an evaluation services, or whatever you're choosing, you make sure you put in the name of the recipient, which would in this case be the address of the ASCP board. I have friends who went in and they put your names as a recipient, right? If you put your name as a recipient, it's going to cost you double, because when the ASCP will require you to send the evaluation, you will still need to go back and pay West or whichever agency you're using to send in your credentials to them, right? So take that point, go on the recipient bar when you're creating an account, put in the board address. So once the evaluation is complete, they send it to the board. Good. The next question is, how do I contact the board? Everything is online. You go online, you just type ASCP or American Societies, ascp.org, something like that. So you just get the information. They have emails, they have numbers you can call to contact them anytime, any day. So once you do that, ASCP will send you an email if or when they receive the credential evaluation result from whichever agency you use. They're going to contact you through an email. Then I'm going to give you two secrets, right? You don't go right ahead to create an account with the ASCP board if you are not prepared, right? If you're not prepared, you don't go ahead and create an account, because once you create an account and your results from the evaluation they are in, and you qualify and they select you and they send you that congratulations, which I expect everybody should get. Oh, congratulations, we found you eligible to take the ASCP board exam in this category. They will outline whatever you applied for. At that point forward, you have just 90 days. 3 months, you have just 90 days to take the board. And I believe many people have been in and out of school. Some people have been out of school for a couple of years. Like myself, I was out of school for about 6-7 years before I went in for the board exam. So you want to take your time to reacquaint yourself with the material. You want to take your time to make sure you're familiar with everything that is, on the course outline. Once you do that, you have, like I said, 3 months, that's 90 days to take the board, after which you have to do the process all over, right? Again, they're going to cancel your application in the file and whatever. You have to pay a new application fee. So you don't want to be losing money. I mean, the whole purpose of taking the board exam is so we could get a job and make money, right? So you don't want to be losing money when you've not started making the money yet. So you make sure you're ready before you go and approve your documents with the ASCP board. For me, 3 months is just enough to reacquaint yourself if you've been in the field, if you've been practicing, and if the material is so fresh in mind. But if you've not been in the field and you've not been practicing and you've left school like for a couple of years, you want to take your time to study first before you go and accept to lodge the application with the ASCP, which in my case, that was what I did. I studied for about 6 months and I was very comfortable with the material, and then I went in and lodged my application. Once they approved me, I took just a couple of weeks and I went in for my exam, right? So where do we take the board exams? So there's a center called the Pearson VUE Center, which is where you go to take the ASCP board exam. You just want to go online for me quickly and Google up the nearest Pearson VUE Center to your location. We have Pearson VUE Centers all over the world. We have a center in Africa. We have a center in Asia. We have two centers in Asia. I believe we have a center in Philippines, in India. We have a center in South Africa. That's in Africa. We have a center in the UAE. I believe it's in Dubai. We have a center in Australia as well. So you want to make sure you acquaint yourself with these locations, with these the nearest centers to you. And yes, that is where you go to take the exams. So the next question here says, how long does it take for me to get my results after the exam? Oh, okay, that's easy. 3 days. Sometime on the same day you take your exam, if you sit and stick around long enough till the end, you will see a pass or a fail. I hope it's a pass. So in my case, when I took the exam, I did not submit till the last few seconds, and when I submitted and it showed pass, it said pass, but I did not believe, I did not tell nobody about it till when a couple of days later they sent an email, saying you have, pass the exam, stuff like that. But yeah, you have to stick around till the end to see if you made it till, some people don't want to know till when the official results are out. But the exams are not too, complicated. The next question here says, what's the total score to pass the exam? What's the total score to pass the exam? The point scale is 900, right? 900, and you only need a little above 400 to make the pass. Just a little above 400. 400 is is just like the minimum, right? So anything above 400 is a pass. That's how easy it is to make this exam. But it's tricky because the content is very broad, it's bulky, especially if you do not study in the United States. You have additional content you have to acquaint yourself with. You have additional content you want to make sure you are well versed with. So I don't want to make this video too long because this is the first video on this YouTube channel. I'm going to have a series of other videos to help you get comfortable with the board, and I'm going to also help to train people who are interested to get on board, to get certified. I have a 90-day training program. I'm going to include my email on the description of this video. I have a 90-day training program where we have a one-on-one conversation, we have Zoom sessions. I'm going to share with you the material I use to study for my board. I'm going to share with you the tricks I learned. I'm going to share with you the most fertile areas where we have a bulk of those questions. I'm going to also emphasize on us studying with, the tools that I used, and we have an NDA, we have a non-disclosure agreement we signed before you take the ASCP board, where you cannot share any part of the questions you saw in the exam. I cannot do that, but I can share how I did, what I did, and the most topics that you find in the exam, the most parts where you should really invest your energy. I'm ready to have that one-on-one session with you. Mind you, I work full-time. I have a 12-hour shift. I pull almost every day, so I might not have every day, one-on-one, but I will find once a week and we meet and we have these Zoom sessions where we can come together. I'm going to be sharing the material. I'm going to be exchanging emails. I'm going to be exchanging content. So please stay tuned. Make sure you check with me. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Make sure you check your emails. Make sure make sure you send your questions in. Every time you have a question, write it down so you don't forget. So today's video is all about these few questions I got. I have a couple of more questions to go, but they are almost similar questions. What is the board? How can I take the board? What do I need to do to get the board? Please stay tuned. I'm going to talk more about this on the next couple of videos. The content you're going to use, I have about 3 different websites that I worked with when I was preparing for my exam, and I have different packages I bought through these different websites that I'm going to share with you. I'm not going to mention the websites here because they have these lawsuits. This is America. You don't want to put yourself in trouble, but I'm going to be sharing with you. I don't want you all to go buying all of these things that I bought, right? I already have them. That's why I want to share with you guys. And I'm going to also have to encourage everybody who has in one way or the other thought about getting certified. If I could leave school for a couple of years, sit in my house, prepare for this exam with no tutorials, no classes. I did not study in the United States. I studied in Cameroon, Biaka University of Buea. Please check them out. They are the part of my success story, right? So yes, I studied at home. I have a few teachers who encouraged me. I had a few mentors who were talking and back and forth. If I could do this, you all can do this, right? So it's doable. It's tricky, but it's doable. I don't want you all going in, wasting money, failing, coming back before you be like, oh, I should have done this, I should have done that. Please shoot me an email. Connect with me on my forum, and then I'm going to train with you one-on-one how to take these exams, right? All right, thank you all for watching, and I look forward to catching up with you, and God bless you all. Bye.